All right, we are on day 2 of week 15 for daily math. So our problem is 8,867 times 5. So I'm going to rewrite that so that it's stacked on top of each other. And then I'm going to multiply using the standard algorithm. 7 times 5 is 35. So you put your 5 here, carry your 3. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 3 is 33. Carry my 3. 5 times 8 is 40, plus 3 is 43. Carry my 4. 5 times 8 is 40, plus 4 is 44. So you should have gotten 44,335. All right, let's look at the second problem. It says write the number word as a number. So 5,892. So I'm going to start with the first number, 5. I know how to write 5. Then I see the word thousand. That tells me to put a comma. 892. 892. So you should have gotten 5,892. 5,892. All right, list the factors of 68. So again, remember that factors are two numbers you multiply together to get a product. In this case, the product is 68. So when we're listing factors, I like to do them by factor pairs. And I always do the first factor pair called the bookends. And I call them the bookends because it is the smallest factor and the largest factor. So we've got 1 times 68. Then I notice that 68 is an even number. So I know that 2 works. Okay, so 2 times what gives me 68? Well, 2 goes into 6 3 times, and 2 goes into 8 4 times. So 34 plus 34 is 68. All right, then I need to ask myself, does 68, is it a multiple of 3? Well, remember our divisibility rule for 3. If you add 6 plus 8 together, if you add the digits together, you get 14. 6 plus 8 is 14. If I skip count by 3s, I never land on 14. So if I skip count by 3s, I'll never land on 68. So 3 does not work. All right, so now I need to check 4. All right, so is there anything times 4 that will work? Well, I know 4 times 10 is 40, and 4 times 12 is 48. So I'm going to have to do some checking here. I could use division to help me figure this out as well. So I'm going to go over to the side, and I'm going to see if 68 divides evenly into 40 without a remainder. If it does, then 4 will work. So 4 goes into 6 once. 1 times 4 is 4. Subtract, you get 2. Bring down your 8. 4 times something gives me 28. 4 times 7 gives me 28. So 4 times 7 is 28. Subtract, I get 0. Because I don't have a remainder, 4 does work. So 4 times 17. Now, does 5 work? No, it doesn't end in a 5 or 0, so 5 can't work. Does 6 work? Well, I know 6 times 10 is 60, and 6 times 11 is 66. So then 6 times 12 is 72. So we skipped over 68. So 6 doesn't work. There's nothing times 7. There's nothing times 8. There's nothing times 9, 10, 11, 12, or 13. So these are all the factors of 68. I have 4 factors. And if I list them, they look like this. 1, 2, 4, 17, 34, and 68. Remember, a composite number has more than 2 factors. This one has 6, so it's definitely composite. All right, last problem. The perimeter of the top of a desk is 54 inches. If the length of the desk is 15 inches, what is the width of the desk? All right, so I'm going to go to my notebook for this one. All right, so I'm finding perimeter. So I know I need a rectangle. And I know that perimeter of a rectangle is when you add up all 4 sides. Okay, so I know the perimeter of this desk is 54 inches. I know that the length, or one of the sides, is 15 inches. I'm just going to put it up here. I need to figure out the other side length. So this is a 3-step problem, okay? So I need to fill in a little bit about what I know about rectangles. I know that if this side's 15, this side is also 15. And I'm trying to figure out the length, or the width was the width of each side. And I have 2 of those sides, so eventually I'm going to have to share it. So step 1 is to add together what we already know. So we already know 15 and 15. So I'm going to add those together. So 15 plus 15 gives me 30. That's step 1. Step 2 is to subtract what we have from the total. So our total is 54. So 54 minus 30. 4 and 2. So I have 24 inches left to share between 2 sides. So that's our third step. I have to divide 24 by 2 to share it with 2 sides. And I know that's 12 because 12 times 2 is 24. And that's our answer. So the width equals 12 inches. A lot of times kids forget this third step and they'll say 24. But that's not correct because 24 plus 24 would give us 48. And then 30 plus 48 would be way bigger than 54. All right, I'll see you tomorrow for our next daily math.